Hey everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thanks for joining me today. It's Claire with ClaireCreates.com, bringing you productivity, creative mindset, and reviews and Doctor Who discussions. So yeah, lots to do. I took some time off last month, but I am back and just in time to review the Halloween Apocalypse episode, which I was super excited for. I actually like Chibnall's era. I think it is pretty bold what he's doing, and it's risky, and a lot of people are complaining about the timeless children ruining Doctor Who with the change of the lore, even though Moffat did it when he brought the Time Lords back. So, for some reason this episode's getting all that, or this era's getting all the hate. So here we are. I have had 3 cups of coffee and 2 days to digest what happened. And there's a lot to cover, and I'm going to try to do it in a condensed time frame. That's not just me ranting, because I could literally talk about it all day. I watched it twice, I'm not going to lie. The first time, I had a bad viewing experience as an American without cable. I was forced to subscribe to AMC Plus, which is a terrible experience. After Doctor Who, I won't be utilizing it anymore. But I subscribed to the streaming service, and it was $9.99 a month. Fine, that's typical. But I didn't like that. That was the only way I could watch Doctor Who. Last year I had to download or subscribe to HBO Max, which at least had more of a friendly user experience. My main complaint, well, there's 2 main complaints with the AMC Plus experience. One was the frustration of not really knowing what time it was on, because every single ad ever just said it was premiering on Halloween. No doing what time. And the other thing was, it was live, so there was bound to be some commercials. That was fine. What annoyed me was I could not, and this annoyed the hell out of me, I could not have subtitles. And with how fast Jodie Whittaker would talks as the Doctor, which is part of the energy I love about her, but I could not understand more than a half of what she was saying. And I love Jodie to death. And part of that was me with my hearing. Like, I can't even understand a lot of Americans what they're saying. And I had trouble understanding Dan too. His Liverpool accent was just a little much for me. So it was very hard to understand what they were actually saying. Yas has a nice, even tone voice. So even though she's from Sheffield, I still could understand her. And I speak to British people on the regular through Twitter Spaces and everything. So it's not like I'm not accustomed, and I've watched other British shows before, so it's not like I'm not accustomed to the way British people talk. So that was a long tangent on the user experience. The other thing I hated about AMC Plus experience is they still had bloody commercials. I told you I watched BBC. I had purchased the $9.99 a month so that I could watch Doctor Who after it premiered live, so that I could watch it without commercials. And they had 3 commercial breaks for AMC Plus, which is stupid because I already subscribed to it. So why are they promoting the subscription that I already had and interrupted the show? So terrible experience. I can't wait till it gets onto HBO Max, hopefully next year, because all the other episodes of Modern Who are on HBO Max. So if you want to watch season 1 through season 12, you have to own both HBO Max, and then if you want to watch season 13 as it premieres, you have to own AMC Plus. So thank you, Streaming Wars, for that. Anyway, sorry about that tangent, but let me know in the comments, honest to God, even if you're not American, if you had trouble actually with the overall user experience. Were you frustrated with either how fast they talked or no subtitles? Did you have that experience? Let me know. Or commercials bothering you? let me know how their overall, not the plot and stuff, but just your overall user experience was for the Halloween episode. That being said, overall I did enjoy it. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10 because it was a good opening. I enjoyed it almost as much as The Women Who Fell to Earth, which is still my favorite Jodie Whittaker episode. But it was kind of all over the place in a good way, I think. I'll probably rate it higher as the season progresses because it's a continuing story. So I think right now we're just kind of setting up all the players. Like, it reminds me a lot of David Tennant's last episode, the End of Time Part 1, where it was just setting up all the players of the main event and the Master and the Dream and the people who kidnapped the Master and everything like that. So it felt a lot like that. I think the old British people with the top hats that were digging, I think that's related to the Weeping Angels. And the Weeping Angels are actually pretty scary again. Like, the music, I do miss Murray Gold to death, but the music was on point this episode. Like, it was very suspenseful. Like, when Claire, and hi, I love having a Claire in the like canon fandom, so that made me excited. She kind of looks like me, so I'm biased towards Claire. I wish she had more of a role. I love Diane, but yeah, I'm biased towards Claire. So when Claire was trying to get in her home and the angel was like right there, like, it reminded me a lot like of when Rory was like in the basement with the baby angel. So that was awesome. So the Weeping Angels are scary again, thanks to the music. And there's been some comments online, like, how did Claire know the don't blink thing? So that'll be very interesting. The house at the end that lured Diane in, a lot like the technology of the what is his name? Oh my god. The Lodger episode. It reminded me a lot of that, where the villain was like, can you help me? And then people came in and then they were trapped. So I wonder if the house is somehow a TARDIS like that episode, The Lodger. I feel bad for Diane. She seemed so scared and she missed her date with Dan. Dan was awesome. It reminded me a lot of Donna's first episode, so that was a nice callback, where they're just in the wrong place in the wrong time, and then they tag along with the doctor. So, and I loved how, like, Yaz was like, kind of like when Rory, who joined them? Mark Sheppard. Like when Mark Sheppard joined them in season 6, and Amy was like, okay, Rory, you gotta tell him how it works, you know. So now Yaz is telling Dan how it works because she's no longer the new one. I loved the opening sequence. That seemed to be very popular universally. I wish we had more one-on-one adventures with Yaz and the doctor. Like last season when Graham and Ryan left, I wanted a season that was just Yaz and the doctor. Their chemistry is just so good, and I see why a lot of people ship them. I kind of do, but I also see it as a platonic friendship as well. But either way, the bed bouncing scene made me understand the ship of Yaz and the doctor. And but anyway, and it was so random just to have a bed in the TARDIS like that. But at least they didn't fall in the swimming pool. They kind of overdid that in Moffat's era where the doors open and they fall into the pool. So that was clever that they had the bouncing into the bed. Where was I going with that? So basically I was upset when I first learned that Dan was joining the cast on Team TARDIS, because I really wanted some fun adventures with the Doctor and Yaz. So we kind of got that in the beginning, so it was brilliant opening there, no complaints. I liked Dan's intro. I liked that they had disability representation with Diane. That was awesome, with her not having a left arm. I like that they didn't make a big thing about it. Like, it was just like, oh, cool, she's just one of everybody. So that was some nice representation. And I like the overall acting. That was top notch, but it was just like a lot thrown into you without really, like, I'm glad I watched it twice, because even if I didn't have the issue with the subtitles and the commercials, which were very distracting because there were so many commercials, you know, it was like there's so much going on that I probably would have needed to watch it twice anyway, because my brain was like, yay, new Doctor Who, and then it was like, what? So it was confusing, but I think it was meant to be confusing because it's 6 chapters, right? Doctor Who Flux. So I think every chapter is going to explain an element that we saw on Sunday for the Halloween episode. So the Swarm, he was kind of reminded me too much of Marvel, not gonna lie, with Thanos. So he seemed a little more familiar, not in a good way. The fish people, a lot of people are calling them Time Lords, the brother and sister. So they're gonna be interesting. I'm more interested in them as a villain. I loved the whole way that Dan was kidnapped. That was brilliant. And my cat's going crazy. So that was brilliant. And no one's really talking about it, but I loved how they played with the idea of, you know, when people rescue dogs, you know, now it's the dogs rescuing the people. So I loved that, you know, how they embrace the culture of pet rescue, but the humans are the pets. So that was really cute. I'm not your human. That was my favorite part. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, because I could seriously talk all day about it. I'm very oh, it's raining, and I'm very like I don't know what the division is. Like, I'm not a fan of classic Doctor Who, so I'm not versed in what the division is, and I purposefully did not research what the division is because I want to be surprised. So I don't have any opinion on that, but I really like Dan. I think he's going to be a great companion, even if I can't always understand him. The ending did feel a bit rushed, but I like the build up that was created. I like that Dan got involved, and I like that I'm intrigued where Claire was sent to, because typically you're sent back in time. I wonder if we'll see the return of Sally Sparrow. That'd be cool. I wonder if she's related to Sally Sparrow. That'd be really cool. And or Sally's friend that got sent back in time. So very curious. So it reminded me a lot. Like, I had a flavor of a bunch of other Doctor Who episodes. I like that the ship was named Rose, the observation ship, and I'm very curious to see who that character is. I always forget his name. So, but the actor seems really talented, and I'm very curious to see what happens to him. So I hope he's okay. I hope Diane's okay. Like, I'm invested. Like, I think that's a mark of a good episode, is when you're invested in the characters. I hope the Sasha Master makes a return for the Doctor Who Flux. It'd be a shame if Chibs leaves and we don't see the Sasha Master return, and I hope Ruth Doctor returns. I haven't given up on that because she was so good. So I think that's what everybody hopes for, is for Ruth Doctor to return. The Sontarans will be interesting. That's what we get next week. And yeah, if they're excited, it can't be good. So let me know what you guys thought about the Halloween episode. How cool that we get a Halloween special. It reminds me of when David Tennant had all of his specials, and he got an Easter special, The Planet of the Dead. So that was cool that we got a Halloween special. And yeah, I am excited for see what's left of Jodie's run. I do like this era. I see why a lot of people are upset, but they're being quite immature about it, in my opinion. And yeah, so let's keep it friendly. But if you didn't like it, it's okay not to like it. And just say why. Don't just say it's stupid, but say why you didn't like it. And yeah, let's talk everything Doctor Who. So hopefully AMC Plus gets its act together, because I didn't pay $9.99 to have ads in my program. So I was upset about that, and I was upset that I couldn't use subtitles because they talk so fast. Okay, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and hope you have an amazing night. Bye. Okay, it feels good to be back. Hope it recorded. Alrighty. Enjoy the process. Oh good, it was recording.